Is now confirmed. Manchester United have signed Raphael Varane. He is a Manchester United player. The here we go has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. The deal is done. The deal is over the line inside the 10 days, as we were told back on the 16th of July. This morning, we'd already had word that things had progressed. Things were at those final stages. We tweeted about an hour ago saying that total agreement was reached and that the official bid was now everything just other than a formality now, and that was going to come in. There was only ever going to be one bid. As soon as that bid came in, it was going to be accepted. Manchester United have done amazing work here to get this deal done, to get this deal dusted, to get this deal over the line. Raphael Varane is a Manchester United football player, signed, sealed, delivered, exactly what we wanted at Manchester United. It's big news for the Premier League as well, to bring in a player of this quality, to bring in a player of this caliber, to bring in a player with his ability. The level of decoration that he's had within the game is absolutely exemplary. Do me a big favor right now and smash that like button for us. As you can see, I'm not in my usual studio settings. I'm actually down at the gym right now, as you can see behind me down at the golf club. But I had to stream straight away. This news is just absolutely impeccable. I want your views and I want your opinions now. Get your live comments in. There's a few things here saying Varane hype. A few people here talking about no more excuses for United and Ollie, and we're definitely moving into that direction. In terms of the deal, it's going to be for a base fee of £42 million. 12 million a year is going to be the salary for Raphael Varane. It's a 5-year contract. He's absolutely impeccable. And as I said before many times, this deal was a deal that we had a bit of inside information on. A couple of agents that we're working on deals with when it comes to the football terrace told us maybe about 2 weeks ago, Neil. Now, the crux of this deal, what was going on. They just gave us information as they saw it and what they'd heard through the industry, and we ran with it, and it's been absolutely spot on to a T every single stage. Over a week ago now, the base salary agreed. Legality needed to be reviewed, commercial elements needed to be reviewed, and the structure of the payment is what slowed this down from going live in terms of being an agreed and finalized deal. The structures are what hold up the majority of deals in terms of how is this money going to be paid. The initial upfront fee, which is going to be about 10 to 12 million pounds year one, is all Manchester United are going to be paying for him. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. As I said before to many people, Manchester United Football Club have changed their operations this summer, have changed the way they're going about their business now. They've got Myrtle and Fletcher running things. They're listening to what the managers want now. They're going after the right caliber of player. And this deal epitomizes how good this team is now being structured. We need more of this moving forward. But at the end of the day, this is showing us all how Man United are going to operate moving into the future, because we had our targets this summer, the Pau Torreses, the Jules Koundés, players that had a lot of work and a lot of due diligence thrown into them. But then Raphael Varane became available unexpectedly. He fit the criteria for a player that we wanted. United were very diligent and were very, I would say slow moving, but more so meticulous in their conversations with Varane's camp, with CAA based the agency, around does this player really want to join? Are we being sort of strung along a little bit here as we were a few years ago with Raphael Varane, or does this player actually want to be a Manchester United player? That has now been 100% confirmed. We knew this a few weeks ago. There was a few stories flying around that maybe the player was getting cold feet. Still Man United fans on social media telling us that actually we could see a situation where he changes his mind. But no, he is a Man United player. It is a signed, sealed and delivered transfer. Of course, the actual signature is still got to be put onto paper, but Varane has informed Man United on multiple occasions that he wants to join Manchester United Football Club. That is now done and it is dusted. I want to go to some of your comments that are coming through here. Who confirmed this, Terry? Well, I'm confirming this to you first and foremost. I know this to be the case. I received a message about 10 minutes ago from the agency that we're in conversations with. That'll all come to fruition soon, who they are, when you see some of the guests that we've got lined up for you on the football terrace. I do believe a lot of people in the comments section saying that Fabrizio was tweeted as well. There we go. But go back about an hour ago. Go back about an hour ago and look at my tweet when I said total agreement has been reached. I don't know, I put that about an hour ago. So that's where the confirmation has come from me. So there we go. A few people saying they don't believe this deal. Well, it's there. It's absolutely there. Go check my Twitter account. Top Dog says, I'm absolutely fuming that Man United are getting Varane. Can't lie, this hurts way more than Sancho. Do you know why it hurts more than Sancho for rivals? Because world-class centre-backs are a very rare commodity. There's very few of them in the world. And to have Maguire and Raphael Varane together, it's absolutely massive. It's absolutely huge to have them two together in one team. Very few teams have two world-class centre-backs next to one another. Manchester United now have that. Nick here says, also been said today that United could let Jones go on a free. That absolutely could happen as well. I think what's really interesting, I'm actually just going to lean against this fence a bit. It's a little bit easier for me. I think what's really interesting when it comes to the situation with our defensive lineups, there is some talk that Man United still may go in for Jules Koundé now because he can play right back, because he can have a bit of fullback cover for Man United. I think if Kieran Trippier fades away and there's no doubt and there's no deal that can be done, Man United might look at Jules Koundé, because it isn't even a guarantee at this moment in time that actually Real Madrid are going to look for a replacement straight away. Jules Koundé was someone that was on that list. Jules Koundé's waiting for an update from Real Madrid around what's happening with that situation. Tottenham are waiting in the wings, but maybe Man United think, do you know what? We can't get Trippier. Maybe we look at Jules Koundé. Koundé can play centre-back. He's one for the future. He can also cover in those full-back positions as well. Phil Jones, Eric Bailly, both their heads seemingly now on the chopping block from Manchester United. Do me a big favour, though, people, and smash that like button and show your support to the Terrace here. Super Chat here says, hey, Terry, great signing for us. There shouldn't be any negativity. Our rivals are shocked. The thing is that the reason, if anyone's shocked that Man United have pulled this deal off this summer, they haven't been listening to the credible Man United sources, the journalists like Carl Anker from The Athletic, who have been talking about the structural changes at play, the difference in approach that Man United will deliver this year. The thing is with football fans is we spend too much time in the banter zone, too much time listening to negative fans and not listening to what's actually going on at football clubs, what's actually changing. This to me isn't a shock this summer that maybe Raphael Varane himself wasn't the level that we expected as centre-back to come in, but the new approach was going to be there. It was always going to make a splash because we're operating like a proper football club again. We've got football people making football decisions, financiers making financial decisions, commercial people making commercial decisions, accountants doing accounting decisions. People, it's square pegs in square holes. It's as simple as that. Galacticus Pro here says, United fans will say we're going to win the league because they sign a dead Varane. Joel here says, come on, with loads of big letters. Listen to the fear and salt in the comment section. Love it is what VK Dean has got to say here today. Shane says, no offense taken. I like that. Julian here says, so glad we filled two important positions in one window with both great players. Many are stunned. We are making moves. Absolutely, loads of people stunned out there, there's no doubt. Billy here says, I'm not shocked, to be honest. I know when Fabrizio says he wants a new challenge, and I know he wants a pay rise. He has won everything as well. There is nothing to achieve for him anymore. He has it all. Well, there definitely are things for him to achieve in football. I think you can look at it from a point of view of he'll want to achieve greatness. He'll want to be a player that he'll want to win. Imagine winning a league title in two different countries. Imagine maybe winning a Champions League for two different teams. These things are still legacy moments that players like this want to achieve. There's a long way for Man United to go to be back into that kind of conversation. But him joining Manchester United in the way in which he has, with the growth of this squad, with or without Ollie in the next couple of years, Man United are moving in that right direction on and off the pitch. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Varane has not been officially announced. Listen, it will come. Don't worry about the official announcement from Manchester United. Raphael Varane is a Manchester United player. You can take that to the bank. He is a Manchester United player. We've been telling you for the past week or so that it's a 99% done deal. The media have been very slow to release this information. A lot of that has been because Man United have informed them to do that. They wanted to be very, very careful in terms of not getting ahead of themselves. But with conversations I was having behind the scenes, this deal was always moving along at an excellent pace. Just like we said last night, just as I tweeted over an hour ago, that total agreement was reached over the course of the weekend. It wasn't this morning, it was over the weekend. Manchester United and Real Madrid, the structure, the base fee, the potential add-ons, the legalities all reviewed. Everybody was happy. This morning, Manchester United submitted their one and only official bid, which we told you they were going to do. It was accepted, of course it was, because all the work went in behind the scenes. Varane has already agreed in principle to his personal terms. He will now, there may be a necessity for him to quarantine. That hasn't been announced as of yet. If there is, then he'll do his medical in Spain with a doctor and medical team that United sign off on. He'll complete his medical there. He'll digitally sign all of his contracts. And then when he's able to come across and be outside of he may not have to quarantine. I don't quite know the rules, to be fair. If he doesn't, then he'll fly to England straight away, complete a medical, do the video intro. Still expect it to take anything between now and a week to 10 days for this to be officially announced as a United player, just like Sancho, because all the contracts have got to be re-signed. They will then be legally reviewed again. They've got to film the intros. They've got to get everything's slower moving because of lockdowns and because of restrictions, because of COVID. But he is a Manchester United player, cast iron fact. Cast iron fact. He'll be a Manchester United player, no doubt about it. Let's have a look at a few more of these comments. This is from Kish7, who says, "Wow, Man United pulled off the deal of the summer. The price point is amazing for such a caliber of player." And that is something that shouldn't be underestimated in terms of this deal. £42 million. Some outlets are actually saying as low as £38 million. Maybe Man United are getting a lot better exchange rate than we see on the internet, but it's within that £40 million range. I was told this morning it was £42 million base. Getting the Varane kit, hashtag love the Glazers, is what Mr. Reyes has got to say. Saka over Sancho is what one of our members, East Basuma, has said here. Jonathan Reed says, "For me, we have been externally lucky getting Varane, fantastic signing." I don't know what you mean by externally lucky. I've never heard that expression before, but I think it's, listen, there is definitely some fortune. There is definitely some fortune in this deal because he wasn't a target. Nobody knew that he was going to be available really until the early parts of the summer. But for Man United to pull it off, for Man United to sell the package and the project that is I think the final piece of our jigsaw of this redevelopment. And when I say final piece of this jigsaw, I'm talking with or without Ollie. Whether Ollie is good enough to be our manager at the end of this season or not, it doesn't actually matter to me. The club is ready to move forward. We want another year to fully integrate and instill these processes, the transfer team, the recruitment teams, the coaching setup. Of course, the replacement for Ed Woodward needs to come in as well. But we are starting to get this feeling that Man United are going to steer the ship and operate the ship in a completely different way. Whatever's forced them into doing that, protest, the lack of Super League, falling behind rivals, I don't really care what the catalyst was for the change. I'm happy the change is here. Simple and as straightforward as that. Straight up for me. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry, how do you think Lindelof will feel about this? Personally, I don't care. My hope is that he feels energised and motivated to push himself back into the first team and elevate himself. If he feels down in the dumps and he feels upset about it, then he hasn't got the minerals to be a Manchester United. In fact, he doesn't have the minerals to be a top-level football player. Doesn't have the level to be a top-level anything in this world. Competition is key. Whether you're a landscape gardener, a football player, a banker, competition is key. Without competition, we all go backwards. So I'm not saying Lindelof is down in the dumps about it. I think he'll be up for it. I think he'll be up for the challenge. It'll push everybody to that next level. That's the hope. Bosfari, Bosfasi, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Bosfasi? Mohamed Bosfasi has tweeted, Terry, I'm not surprised he tweeted. I'm pretty sure he's confirming it as well. But I tweeted an hour ago. Just saying. Some people will say it's guesswork. Great guess, right? Maybe I'll guess the lottery numbers this week as well. Junior here, so they said Sancho wouldn't come to United, we are finished, etc. I remember the same when Varane was linked to us. Yet Varane and that both. Listen, Man United are a huge football club. We're a legacy football club. We're a wealthy football club. We're a recognisable football club. We have a brilliant squad of players, and they're sold by the project. And I even think there's a part of people, some of these players are bought into what Ollie has said to them as well. He's been instrumental in bringing these players in. And I think one of the things that Ollie will be selling to them is the club. sign for the club, sign for the fans, sign for the heritage, get this club back to where it wants to be. Not so much sign for me, sign because Pogba's here, sign because Sancho's here, sign for Manchester United. Because Man United can change your life. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Billy T here says, spot on Terry with the information. Varane will be a top signing. He will be. He's going to be colossal. He's going to be absolutely colossal in every single which way. That there's no doubt about that at all in my mind. Neil here says, bring on all the negative remarks about Varane. And Man United fans have got to know this is coming. This was always going to come. This was always going to be said. But who cares? We've got Raphael Varane at Manchester United. Raphael Varane. Alex here says this is an absolutely magnificent signing. Couldn't agree with you more, buddy. It's absolutely out of this world. Levy here says we need a decent CDM next. Super excited by this news. Well, as I told everybody yesterday, Man United have already moved on and are already talking to midfield options that they want to look at, that they want to try and bring into the football club. So watch this space. They do need to review the situation with Paul Pogba, whether he stays for the remainder of this season or he leaves. Maybe the Varane situation changes it. Maybe. All Varane does is make mistakes. He is just mediocre, is what L1K has got to say. Oh, you meant extremely, Jonathan. Fair play, my bro. Fair play, fair play, fair play. A lot of people saying that Fab tweeted. I'm not surprised. Terry, are you doing a video on both Sancho and Varane for rival fans moaning with their funny voices? Probably not. That's something we're not doing at the minute on the terrace, but we will be going live later on today to delve into this news and really get people's opinions and feedback now they're over the line and done. Fab said the fee is 50 to 55 million. What, euros or pounds? Euros or pounds, I'd like to know. See, for me, what we were told the other day is that the deal is going to be around 42 million pounds, rising to around 50 million pounds with the bonuses and add-ons. So if you're saying 50 to 55 million, that's within the ballpark. If you're saying 50 to 55 million euros, again, that's almost bang on accurate to what it is we were told last week. So it'd be interesting to see. All this will mean for me is that the people that gave me this information, I'm going to trust them more with it. Like, they tell me a lot of things, and this is the one I was like, I'll dip my toe in the water with this one and see what happens. They were also the same people that said that 50 million euros plus 5 million add-ons. Well, there we go. 50 million euros is 42 million circular base. Exactly what I said it was a week ago. And again, it's not me. I ain't talking to Man United or Real Madrid. I was talking to an agent who's obviously heavily involved in the game. So there we go. Good job, Terry. You made my afternoon, no problem. The pressure is on from Man United now. From Top Dog, the pressure's always on Manchester United, though. It doesn't really matter, but I'd much rather there be pressure on us with Sancho and Varane and Bruno in my team than Pereira, Lingard and Phil Jones, or Rojo. So listen, the pressure's easier to manage, literally. Let's do a few more comments here. Why are you? Where am I at? I'm actually at the gym. I'm only like 3 exercises into my workout today. I knew this deal was going to go live, but I had to jump out when I did because I've got things like meetings this afternoon. So I was like, if I don't go to the gym now, should I stay at home? No, I thought I'd just stay here, but there we go. Listen, everyone who was tuned in, we will be back later on today with more content as ever for you. Do me a big favor and smash that like button. Until next time, take care. Goodbye, God bless, and see you all again soon. Bye-bye.